Oh, you thought that was it? Buckle up because we're just getting started. This saga between Elvira and Meghan Markle is one for the ages, and the layers are thick with drama, sass, and a whole lot of attitude. So, let's really dive in and dissect this hair-raising tale. First off, let's set the scene. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, was in the throes of lockdown, like the rest of us, and decided to take her beauty into her own hands. Now, we all know how that goes. One minute you think you're a DIY queen, and the next, you're looking like a character straight out of a horror flick. So, she grabs a box of dye, thinking, how hard can it be? But oh dear, the results were anything but flattering. She ended up with hair so dark and inky that it could have been the poster child for goth glamour. Honestly, it was a look that would have made any Halloween store proud. And here's where it gets juicy. Instead of just owning the hair mishap and moving on, Meghan decided to take a page from the playbook of iconic horror royalty and compare herself to Elvira. Can we just pause for a second and appreciate the audacity here? I mean, Elvira isn't just a character, she's a legend. She's carved out a niche that has stood the test of time with style, charisma, and a whole lot of campy charm. To think that Meghan believed she could draw parallels to such an established icon is almost laughable. Enter Elvira, the mistress of the dark, who wasn't about to let this comparison slide. With the kind of grace and humor that only she possesses, she took to Instagram to respond. Posting the headline about Meghan's hair disaster, she added a cheeky smirk emoji followed by a zinger that had everyone laughing. Hey princess, if you ever need beauty advice from a queen, just let me know. MIC drop, coffin closed. That's how you handle shade, folks. Let's break down why Elvira's response was not just clever but absolutely iconic. For one, Elvira, portrayed by the fabulous Cassandra Peterson, has built a brand based on empowerment and embracing one's unique identity. She didn't just stumble into fame, she created a persona that resonated with fans worldwide for decades. With her trademark black hair, plunging necklines, and quick wit, she has become a symbol of confidence and self-expression. Meanwhile, Meghan seems to be struggling to find her footing. She's tried reinventing herself as everything from a royal rebel to a lifestyle guru, but let's be honest, her attempts often fall flat. And while we're on the topic of authenticity, let's talk about the difference in their journeys. Elvira didn't need a royal title to become a household name. She built her brand from the ground up, using her talent and personality to capture the hearts of millions. She has a loyal fan base who adore her for who she is, not what she's married into. On the flip side, Meghan has had to navigate the complicated waters of royal life and public scrutiny while attempting to redefine herself in a modern context. Yet, every time she reaches for the spotlight, it seems to backfire, leaving her scrambling for relevance. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Meghan's history with hairdressers. During the pandemic, she allegedly had top hairstylist Chris Appleton on speed dial. So, why the sudden switch to box dye? It begs the question, was this some sort of desperate attempt to relate to the everyday woman? Because let's face it, most people don't have the luxury of high-end hairdressers at their beck and call. And here she is, trying to make a point about beauty standards while simultaneously undermining the hard work of those who rely on box dye to maintain their looks. It's a mixed message that just doesn't land well. And let's not forget the timing of her hair transformation. Meghan claims she was pregnant during those lockdowns, twice. So, how does she manage to find the time to dye her hair? The math just isn't adding up here. Was she really doing her own hair, or was this just another PR stunt gone wrong? Elvira, in contrast, has remained consistent with her personal brand. She knows who she is, and she's not afraid to embrace it, age be damned. While Elvira continues to thrive, attending conventions, captivating audiences, and slaying with her iconic look, Meghan seems to be floundering. The constant rebranding attempts, royal rebel, lifestyle guru, podcast queen, have left the public confused. What is she really trying to sell? Authenticity or just another version of herself? And every time she tries to throw shade at box dye users, who are the backbone of every drugstore in America, it comes off as tone deaf. Honestly, the only resemblance Meghan had to Elvira was that of a character from Mistress of the Dark, the wannabe with a stuffed bra and a bad attitude. Elvira has proven time and again that you don't need a prince to carve out your identity. She's built her legacy on talent, presence, and an unwavering sense of originality. Meanwhile, Meghan's biggest fright seems to be a hair dye mishap. So, what's the takeaway here? Elvira served Meghan a lesson in authenticity, confidence, and owning one's narrative. She clapped back with the kind of humor and class that only a true queen possesses. So, to Meghan, maybe it's time to take a step back and rethink her approach. You can't just cosplay as the Queen of Halloween when your biggest fright is a hair dye gone wrong. In the end, it's clear who truly reigns in this realm of glam and darkness. Elvira stands tall, an icon of empowerment, while Meghan continues to search for her place in the spotlight. The world is watching, and it's time for Meghan to step up and find her own voice rather than leaning on the shadows of others. So, here's to Elvira, the real queen of goth glam. Let's raise a glass to her legacy while we wait to see what Meghan does next. Will she learn from this? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the lessons from the Mistress of the Dark are ones that won't soon be forgotten.